Hello, divine beings. Welcome to the weekend of 6/15/2023. I'm Astrologer Sarah Ashley, and here is the weekend dose of Astro and Tarot. So this weekend, the moon moves into Cancer. We are going to experience a new moon in Cancer with a nodal shift on Monday. So stay tuned for that information because it's very important to understand what's coming for the next 18 and a half month cycle. This is a completion this weekend of the past 18 and a half month cycle. Some of you might feel highly uncomfortable because the North and South node in the approaching Aries and Libra are starting to square Pluto and Capricorn that is retrograde. So what does that mean for us as a collective? It means that a lot of old things that are no longer serving us are being wiped away, especially institutions. What I mean by institutions, it's like universities, businesses, industries that are no longer really serving our purposes. Like maybe they were modern at one time and now they are no longer modern because we're shifting into a new age and a new era, the era of an age of Aquarius, because as soon as Pluto ingressed into Aquarius back in March, and even though we did the Pluto retrograde, we are still in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of revolution, rebellion, and humanity fighting against what this AI kind of stuff. Now, AI isn't evil in itself, but it's not inherently evil, but if we let it, take us over, so to speak, when we forget our own humanity, then it kind of does become evil. So we have to remember that humans ourselves aren't obsolete. We just have to integrate in a healthy way, not in a transhumanistic way, but in a healthy way with the technology, and not forget our human soul and human spirit, because AI doesn't have human soul and human spirit. Anyway, so as we see the SAG-AFTRA strike follow, that just preceded the WGA, the Writers Guild of America strike, we see that Hollywood in itself is changing, right? The old film industry is changing, and that is, definitely exemplified by Indiana Jones, which is such an institution for the past 35 years or so. Like those big action flicks being beat out at the box office by this little film, The Sound of Freedom, that's all about what? It's about humanity. It's about the humanitarian crisis, the children. So and that makes total sense during Cancer season, as Cancer season is wrapping up and we have this Cancer moon, the new moon in Cancer approaching. So this weekend, at the beginning of the weekend, we do have a moon sextiling Jupiter and Taurus. So a lot of good emotional stability coming in, even though there's this balsamic moon. I would caution you guys to take a lot of rest this weekend, because I think this is a weekend where you're going to need rest, especially because we're in a balsamic moon phase this weekend. So just make sure that you are taking some rest for yourself, maybe not doing too much. You can reconnect with Mother Gaia, and don't push yourself. Don't push yourself too hard, even though Mars is in Virgo. So you might feel like we need to push yourself too hard, but don't do it. This moon is making a nice sextile with Mars and Virgo too. So just be aware, don't push yourself too hard, because it's a waning balsamic moon. So we also have the moon trining Saturn this weekend, Saturn in Pisces. So really, and that's a retrograde. So getting in touch with our feelings, getting in touch with where our boundaries have been violated, and where to kind of pull those back and understand where we need to give access and where we don't need to give access. I feel like a lot of access denied is going on. And this weekend we do begin Mars opposing Saturn. Okay, so this Mars in Virgo is opposing Saturn for the next couple weeks. And what that is telling us is that we cannot put too much energy and emphasis on our ideals that might not really be reality. Okay, so really make sure that you are going towards something that's real. Really check your delusions. Really make sure, this is such a time to do that. Really make sure that you are at home and rooted into what you firmly believe in. If you have some kind of red flag that keeps on coming up and emerging for you, that's something that definitely needs to be addressed, and not just pushed away and knocked down, and just keep moving forward. Because I really feel like with this Mars opposing Saturn the next couple weeks, there's just a lot of sickness in the collective. I see it, a lot of people just feeling weak. Like I told you guys in the last one, I'm I've been having some medical issues. My back has not been good, everything like that. You know, even though like people are like, oh, what do you do to work out? And this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, I do a lot. But at the same time, it's because I have so many medical issues. So a lot of people's medical issues have been, you know, popping up. So take it easy on yourself. Also this weekend, we start Mercury in Leo squaring Jupiter in Taurus. So this is where we really need to understand where we value ourselves and where we're giving away our value. Okay, are we just talking ourselves into doing something because it's out of ego, or is it something that's really amazing for our ascension process? Let's get some tarot and oracle going. So let's see what the tarot is for this weekend. What's the energy that we need to expect as we wrap up this cycle here? Okay. All right. Just wanted to come out. Queen of Pentacles. That's awesome. Queen of Pentacles. So we are definitely feeling very generous, but we are also feeling very kind, and we're feeling like we're creating things from a sacred space, which makes total sense with this moon making a really nice sextile to Jupiter in Taurus. So moon in Cancer, very motherly, very feminine, a lot of earth and water in here, which makes total sense for the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see. I got a romance card because I know a lot of people are finishing up romantic cycles right now. Ooh, okay. Trust. I like this. This says this situation is calling for you to have faith. So when you're in your kind of Queen of Pentacles energy, you feel very independent, and you're also feeling, like I said, kind, generous, and that you can do things on your own. This is calling for you to trust yourself. This is that moon trining Saturn in Pisces, to really understanding what you're seeing. And if you really feel like you understand that person's intentions, their own intentions, and they're very clear, then of course invest more trust into that situation. And if not, then invest your trust into people, places, and things that are actually in alignment with you. If you'd like to book a reading with me, please go to my website, sarahashleyAstrology.com. I will never DM you asking you to give me money or to book through my website unless you DM me, and then I will tell you to go on my website. I will not just tell you, you know, give me money on a Cash App or some bullshit like that. So be careful and be vigilant, and have a wonderful weekend. See you on the next one.